Yo, what's up, good peoples? And welcome to another episode of 88 Fantasy Wrestling. I'm your host, Sean P. Today is Saturday, March 21st, and this gonna be just like a week of recap episode, guys. So I just personally watched SmackDown. I felt like it was a good show. Their direction is all over the place. That's one thing I will say. So like I say, this start at the top, man. I'm digging the Orton and Cody saga, whatever you want to call that. So basically, what's going on is we did the Orton heel turn, right? So basically, they call it a heel turn, but like I was saying, it's kind of like what Cody was asking for. If you ask me, I feel like that was like one thing about it. Like it was like he was asking, like, yeah, I want you to. That's what I said when I was saying. It's like he was like, yeah, I want you to bring out the voices, hear the voices. So that was like a thing about it when I was saying like he was like kind of asked for that. So I feel like you can say he a heel, but really he's just the same guy. He's really just Orton, Orton being Orton. You want to call it that. So just to see, where they going with that. Now they got this thing where he's got like this mystery phone call. Like he's got talking to somebody on the phone, and it's like a mystery guy. So we got another mystery, brewing, cooking up. So a lot of people are speculating that it could be Cowboy Bob Orton. I think it's Cowboy Bob Orton as well. So but I've been hearing everything from the Rock. We got the craziest one I heard. They said it could be Randy himself, man. Like that would be crazy if he's talking to himself, man. So hopefully they don't go that way. But the way things been going, I wouldn't put it past WWE at this point, man. So you got that saga going on. Then we got the Drew and Fatu situation where these guys, of course, like I said, they're pretty much setting up for a match. I can see that pretty much going to like the like a street fight. I pretty much can see them doing like a Vegas street fight or something like that. So they like basically brought throughout the whole arena. That was pretty crazy. They gonna do the Sammy heel turn. I can see that coming up, which is super interesting because I don't believe Sammy ever been a heel before. Somebody can fact check me on that, but I believe this would be his first time. So I can see them doing. They probably do a match with him and Trick. They continued that angle last night, so I can see like a double turn coming with that because of course Trick's super over right now. So that's going on. And then they did another thing too that happened is I don't know if you guys seen it, but we did predict the Jade stable. So now Jade is with B-Fab and Meechin, like we had said. I seen that coming from last week. We had seen that former. So you chalk that up, for 88, man. We did tell you that. You heard it here first. So yeah, she had like a stable now. So they're gonna be going up against Rhea, of course. It's like I say, she's just giving her help, and a reason. The thing that I will say is another thing that's interesting about it is they got this angle now with her where she's saying that she don't really need wrestling. And I feel like that the first thing I thought of course, was Cena last year, where he was saying, he's gonna destroy wrestling and everything. And like I say, when you're doing that, it's a fine line that you can thread with that. So just be careful where you going. If you're gonna go that route with it. But like I say, this good to see it's just going somewhere. It's picking up something. So now making the match more interesting, man. So that's pretty much it for Smack. We had a good U.S. title match. I know the tag titles actually switched. So anybody interested in that? Then we had the on the Raw side, we had the Punk and Roman. That feud continued. So my thing with that, is that of course they had their promo, which was a good one, but I feel like that should be the last one. If you're gonna do it, just make that should be it. They had they words. Of course they had Punk when he brought up, he's gonna bury Roman next to his pops, and then Roman, he was supposed to come back with, yeah, I'm gonna kill your dog, so bring up the dead dog lyric, but I guess politics got involved. They didn't want to do that, so that's why he brought up the "you're old" thing, which basically started up the whole brawl, So lukewarm, if you ask me, but that's the way they want to go. I guess it's effective. It got over the point of what they wanted to do, So going that route, okay, cool. Then we got I think the second hottest thing, probably the Seth Rollins situation. So thought it was real neat the way they set up the Seth thing. So they had Seth come out. And then when he came out, of course he came out. Heyman came out. Then Heyman brought out Brock. So when Brock came out, you thinking that was gonna be the way they was going, but no, they actually brought out Oba. So now we got Brock and Oba hooking up, which I feel like that's a unique thing. Is with the fans want it. There's a lot of fans that was clamoring for that. So it's a fan match. We call it like a dream match. So just seeing which way they go with that. I feel like it's a good thing. It's a new match. So it's something fresh. It ain't nothing that we seen before, which could have been the route that they took if they wanted to go with that Seth Rollins thing. So for Seth, I see Seth and LA actually teaming up, and I can see them costing the Vision that tag match. I know they got a tag title match coming up against the Usos, so I can definitely see them costing them guys that match, and then it's going on at Mania. So I can see a tag match coming up with that. So. And then besides that, we got the world title match. They still ongoing. They feud. Like I say, Penta. He had a IC title. I can see probably a group thing, like a ladder match or something coming up with that. So this real interesting, man. So we getting there. We cooking up the road to WrestleMania, man. It's starting to get a little exciting. I can see. So this excited to see where they're going with it. Like I say, we got the Orton. That's like the main thing. Even though, like I say, it's giving me a lot of, I hate to say it, but it's giving me a lot of Cena vibes, at this point, man. So don't be surprised if you see Orton winning the title, coming up at Mania. Unless, they could be one to like right their wrongs from what they should have did last year. I feel like last year when they had Cena in this position, Cena didn't need to win the title. I feel like he was to that point. And I feel like the same thing for Orton. These guys, when you get to that point, you get to that stature, you don't need the belt. You just should be there just to put guys like Cody over. So we'll see where they're going. And then, like I said, of course, the main event, Punk and Roman, that's, of course, always going to be the good thing. So, of course, this we getting there, So, of course, cooking up. So, again, man, just real quick, I just wanted to recap it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Keep tuning in. We got a nice couple other episodes coming up. I'm gonna keep doing recaps, man. I got a couple of review shows coming up as well. I got the Triple H episode that's about to drop. I got a WCW episode that's coming up, man. That should be real fire. I got another Battle of the Era episode dropping. So keep tuning in, man. Keep commenting, man. Everybody, man. I appreciate the love. Appreciate it, man. Tell your people to subscribe if y'all ain't did it yet. And I'll see y'all in a minute, man. So just real quick, Sean P, 88 Fantasy Wrestling. That's it. I'm out. Peace.